Today we are getting into the holiday spirit. Thanksgiving is approaching us. Next thing you know, it's going to be Christmas. So the holidays are amongst us, and what better way to bring in the holidays than some pumpkin pie? But we're going to spice up our pumpkin pie a little bit differently today. We're going to be making a pumpkin pie cheesecake. So we'll look at our ingredients today. See, it's very simple and easy. I'm all about making things that are simple and easy. This is also a no-bake recipe, so you don't even need to turn your oven on. So to start our no-bake pumpkin cheesecake, we are going to start with one package, about 8 ounces of cream cheese. We have a tub of Cool Whip. We are going to divide this up, so we're not going to use all of it right away. You can also, we have our Libby's Pumpkin Pie Puree mix. We have a half a cup of sugar, and to make it a little more pumpkin-y, we have our pumpkin spice, a little bit of vanilla extract. We do have a pre-made pie crust, and I have some pecans here that we're going to be using to top our pie off. So let's start. First we'll have our cream cheese here, and I'm going to do my best to not make a mess. Usually I do make a mess in some way, shape, or form. Next we're going to add our half a cup of sugar. I'm just using a granulated white sugar here. Toss that to the side. Our favorite, get that pumpkin pie flavor for that fall flavor. We're going to add the whole thing in here. So one whole can of this. Make sure you don't leave anything behind. Try to get as much of this as we can. We don't want anything to go to waste here. Awesome, so we have that in there. Next, we're going to start with about half of our Cool Whip here. If you want and you have a little extra time, you can make your own home whipped cream. I'm just using heavy whipping cream. Just whip it until you get those nice peaks to form. But if you're in a time crunch, prepackaged is already available for you to use. Like me already making a mess. So we're going to do about half of this. Like I said, we're going to save the other half for later. Perfect. We're just going to fold it all in here. And you can mix it by hand. Actually, we'll try it by hand. And you do want to make sure that your cream cheese is softened. That way it doesn't clump on you when you mix it all together. I was going to use my beaters, but you can use your beaters to mix it all up. That's always an option. Like I said, you just want to make sure that your cream cheese is softened, so either take it out a couple hours beforehand, or right before. You can always microwave it for a few 10-15 seconds just to warm it up. Like I said, you want to be able to fold it in nicely here. You get a really nice hand workout here, trying to mix everything together. This is a very airy dish, very light and fluffy. Like I said, that Cool Whip gives it a little bit more of that fluffy flavor. I shouldn't say flavor, texture. I might go in and just finish with my beaters just to make sure everything is mixed up nicely. We don't want any chunks of Cool Whip or cream cheese. Alrighty, I'm actually gonna use my beaters, and like I said, I don't want any clumps in here, so I'm gonna smooth it out a little bit. Like I said, hopefully we won't make too big of a mess. We don't want to lose more than we need. Come in handy for a lot of things, but we're going to go back in and re-smooth that out. Like I said, we want to try to get it away from any clumps. Like I said, this recipe, you don't even need to turn your oven on. It will take a few hours to set, which is totally okay. You know, you can make this the night before or a couple hours beforehand if you're having a party. Making sure everything is nicely mixed. And now that I have everything mixed kind of together, I'm gonna add my last little bit of spices here. So just to kind of incorporate that pumpkin flavor, we're gonna sprinkle a little bit of pumpkin pie spice in and a little bit of vanilla just to give it that sweet flavor. Each one's about a half a teaspoon. And then fold that all in. Alrighty, so looks like we are ready to put in our pie crust. Like I said, I have a pre-made pie crust. If you don't have one available, you can make your own. So just crumb up some cookies, put it with some butter, spread it all over that, and you're good to go. Try not to get everything in my mess here. And we're just gonna fold it in. Try to get as much around here. Getting it nice and smooth. What we're gonna do with our extra Cool Whip is we're gonna use it for a topping. You don't wanna overfill, you don't wanna underfill. So just nice and smooth around. Alrighty, we'll try to clean up some of our mess here. There we go. Alright, for our toppings, actually I'm gonna grab an extra spoon just so I don't get it everywhere. And we're just gonna take a little bit of that extra Cool Whip and we're gonna use that for the topping. Same thing, nice and smooth around. And finally, we'll top it with those pecans. Like I said, it doesn't have to be perfect. Just have to give it a nice little extra layer. And you can be as fancy as you want with your toppings, but we'll just kind of place them nicely through here. Make some nice lines going in. Like I said, this is a extraordinarily easy recipe to make. It takes a few minutes to make. It will take a couple hours to set, maybe an hour or two to set. Just you want everything to be nice and firm. Look at this. And you can't go wrong, one, with a cheesecake. And everybody loves pumpkin pie. Like I said, we'll finish off a few more pecans, and that's it. You can get as fancy as you want. And here we have our finished no-bake pumpkin cheesecake. Like I said, give this one a try. It's so easy and simple, it can't go wrong. You can also, if you're not into the pumpkin flavor, you can try apple pie filling, cherry filling. You can get kind of creative. I've even made a s'mores cheesecake. So that base ingredients with basically just the Cool Whip, the cream cheese, and if you want to add that pumpkin mix or whatever filling you want to add. So there you have it, guys. Enjoy! See you next time on our next Nourished episode.